Fighting broke out Monday as angry Serbian demonstrators demanded the removal of recently elected ethnic Albanian mayors. Some 50 Serbs were hurt as well. And for more on this, I'm joined by our international affairs editor, Philip Turle. So, Philip, help us understand what's behind these tensions.
Well, this all goes back to elections that were held earlier this year after last November, the Serbian political representatives in northern Kosovo stood down from their posts. There have been anticipated elections taking place last month, and this is when the new mayors were due to take up their places. The problem is that the ethnic Serbians in that area, there are about 120,000 Serbians living in Kosovo, refused to take part in the poll. So you had a very, very small turnout instead of 45,000 people voting, which was the normal number of ballots that should have been cast. It was only about 1,500, which brought in this group of ethnic Albanian mayors, which have been rejected basically by the Serbians living in the area, and that is why they've been caught in this trouble, saying that they do not want their area to be controlled by a group of ethnic Serbian mayors when the majority of the population is Serbian, and that is why they are refusing. They refuse, first of all, to take part in the elections, and secondly, why they are refusing now to accept the fact that these mayors have taken up their posts, and why we're seeing this violence that has been taking place over the past 24 hours. 3 areas of northern Kosovo are affected by this. This is all part of a long-going standoff between the Serbians who reject the idea living in Kosovo that they are not part of Serbia next door. Since Kosovo was given independence back in 2008, they say that this is still part of Grand Serbia, and therefore there's no reason why the ethnic Albanian population, which is predominant in the rest of Kosovo, should be in charge of this area of the north of Kosovo, which is more majority Serbian.
What can the international community do here?
Well, we already have the UN forces in Kosovo who are there to maintain peace, the KFOR UN peacekeepers. What is a bit worrying here, Monty, is that we are seeing an upping of the ante on both sides. The Serbians have said they are increasing the number of troops along the two countries' common border on the Serbian side to prevent a flare-up of violence. And we've also seen an announcement by the authorities in Pristina, in Kosovo, saying that they are going to send in their own police forces into the area. I think what the main concern from the international community is that this could flare up at a time of international stress as far as the war in Ukraine is concerned. They're very keen to avoid any kind of more conflict on the European continent right now. So the reaction from, for example, the Italians has been pretty quick, because Italian peacekeepers were injured in these attacks from Giorgia Meloni, who's called for a calming of the situation and for everybody to get round the negotiating table. And that's been the same message coming out of the French Foreign Ministry here in Paris, saying that it is absolutely urgent that talks begin again on the UN peacekeeping mission to keep the peace in northern Kosovo, so that it doesn't all flare out of control. I think there is a chance that this could calm down, but it shows that the ethnicity is still a big division between those who would like Kosovo to become part of Serbia and reject the independence of 2008, whereas Serbia itself has accepted certain areas that could be introduced, such as the recognition of passports, for example, from Kosovo, the fact that Kosovo could join international organizations. So even though it doesn't recognize the independence of Kosovo, it has opened the door to Kosovo having some kind of independent situation in the world. So pressure from the international community. We'll see how far that can go in trying to calm this situation.
Okay, International Affairs Editor Philip Turle. Philip, thanks as always.